Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of T-Shirt Driving. We are starting something completely new and different. This is going to be our Overland series. Behind me you can see my Toyota Tacoma that I've had for almost 3 years now. So having it's an SR5 rear-wheel drive only. I'm going to be returning the lease on it. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you've known that I've had this truck and I've been using it as a detailing rig as well as an overland adventure. Well, I have a new project, and behind me it is there. It is a 2002 Toyota Sequoia. You guys can see it in the background. Let's just switch. And yeah, don't mind the bird poop. But it already came with some Falcon Wild Peak tires, pretty much brand new. They are 18-inch wheels on there by, what is it, Raceline. And the size of the tires, what is it, are 275, 65, 18. It's got 240,000 miles on the clock. However, the 4.7 liter motors in here are very reliable, very stout, known for the million miles that they can go. Some things that I've done to it within owning it for just a couple days. Underneath you'll see, maybe not, oh there we go, the Bilstein shock absorbers that I've installed, rear and front. In the cab, so the plan, this is our messy project today. I am completely removing the rear of the interior, so it's going to be a 2-seat vehicle. And the idea is I'm going to bedline the panels in the back, or the flooring in the back. I'm replacing all the carpet in the front. There was water in here, mildew smell, so I'm getting rid of those. The 2 rear seats are gone. The panels I'm going to clean while I remove them and get those in tip-top shape and put back up. But essentially this is going to be a dual purpose vehicle, having all my detailing equipment as well as my camping gear in here, pretty much making it a truck. So if we come on over to the front of the vehicle, I'm also going to be ordering new seats. Don't mind the dog stuff, because you can see the seats are pretty torn and whatnot, the armrests and all that. So I'm going to be getting new seats, new carpeting. I'm going to go with black with that. It makes things a little bit easier to clean. New rubber mats. And yeah, she needs some TLC, but it's going to be a great project for you guys to follow along. Also, this is my affordable build. Instead of getting something brand new like a Tacoma, a 4Runner, the new Sequoias, the Tundras, the Jeeps, Wranglers, Gladiators that cost, you know, the $30 to $40 to $50, even $60,000 up front, or you're having that monthly payment. What can you do with something used? So I'll be honest with our build price and stuff like that so you guys can see. So I was able to purchase the vehicle from a friend, and I was able to get it for $4,000. Phenomenal price. It's really hard to find Toyotas for low price budget because they have a ton of miles on them. But they're very stout and known for their reliability. I still wanted something that could tow. So that was my big priority there. Also something that could be secure. So I have some plans for security, even though I have windows, because even though it's in an SUV, it's a little bit secure, more secure than the soft topper. But still, somebody could see something, they could break a window, they can go in. So I have some ideas and projects, so you'll join me along with that. And let's go over to the Tacoma so you guys could get a look at the detailing equipment / camping gear that I will be using and putting in here and making multi-use, because that's my whole thing, is making something multi-use. Not only is it used for work, but I could also use it for leisure. So let's go take a look. So now that the Tacoma is opened up, let's take a look at my gear that's going to be getting transferred over. So we have my 50-foot reel that I have currently mounted to my tailgate using a aluminum flatboard. We have my 4,000 watt cat inverter generator. This is a huge priority, not only for camping use, but for powering all my work supplies. I have my wash bucket with some chemicals there, my tiny vacuum because space. I have an air compressor, my pressure washer, which again is another cat unit, and then in the back a 50-gallon water tank. So what I love about this, I have an on-off switch there, is I'll be able to use this for both camping use, for showers, washing, all that good hygiene stuff, as well as using it for detail work. this is not drinkable water. It's just DI non-potable water, so do not drink. Up top, I currently mounted a bed rack. So up here, I mount my step ladders, tables, my awning, and my long extension for brushes for vans and RVs and stuff like that. So that's kind of the rear. Oh yes, and my air compressor hose reel. So that's kind of the bed area. I've really utilized as much as I could, but there are some open areas that I can maximize in. So that's the Tacoma's bed setup currently. And again, that is gonna go into the Sequoia over there. Now, inside of the Tacoma, let's see, is it open? No, where are my keys? Let's get the keys. Coming with me on this. Let's take a look inside the Tacoma and why I wanted more interior space. So inside the front, as you can see, most of the time my passenger seat gets taken up, but the rear is where everything is just stockpiled up and in. So I've got my Rupe's bags, my compound polishing pads. You've got your microfibers, which I used a lot yesterday, so there's not a whole lot in there. And then I've got all my chemicals in here and more stuff, detailing brushes, my used bags for when my microfibers need to be washed and stuff, my machines. So I need a little bit more space. So the idea right now, the Sequoia is literally a bumper shorter than the Tacoma, but there is more vertical space I can use, as well as not having a divide where the cab and the bed are. That's not wasted space. So I literally have the opportunity to use as much space as possible in here. So that's going to be my first priority, making it a dialed in work vehicle. It currently can go camping. It's 4x4. It's got a mild lift, and when I say mild, I mean it's got a 1-inch lift in the front with the Bilstein shocks I put in, the 5100s, and in the rear it's just super high up because there's no weight in the back. But yeah, it's about getting it in running condition, so things on order. New seats, new carpet, new rubber flooring. So after I bedline this, I'm going to put a rubber mat that covers the vast majority of the rear. New floor mats as well. I think I said new seats, new air filter, new cabin filter, new spark plugs. Just so you know, oh, new brakes. That is an important one. Brakes, pads, rotors, lines, and fluids. So trying to be as conscious with the budget, but at the same token, making sure I get things that are going to last and make it a nice place to be. Because if you're spending a lot of time in your vehicle, you want it to be a nice place to be. So you guys can join me on the disassembly. Everything's gonna come out today because when I paint it, I don't want paint getting everywhere. So yeah, enjoy the, I don't know, time lapse. Maybe not. I don't feel like adding music because copyright stuff now and all those new laws. So you can enjoy some short clips of things coming off and being ripped off, and yeah. There we go. This one is out. I already took the bolts and clips out, so that was pretty easy. Alright, so I went ahead and vacuumed the flooring out and all the nooks and crannies up to the carpet, so I haven't dealt with the carpet beyond. What I'm going to do now is we're going to use some all-purpose cleaner from Carglaw, and we're going to clean everything, because as you can see, there's a lot of buildup of the years in almost every nook and cranny. So we're going to clean the whole back end up. I'll show you a couple things, like, you know, this little residue and stuff, and how all-purpose cleaner just works wonderful for cleaning stuff up. Alright, so we're going to start off showing you these residue marks, which who knows what they are. You get your all-purpose cleaner. I like to spray it on, especially on something like this. It's really going to give it time to, as you can see, it's already picking it up. Almost looks like it's soda. So I'm gonna spray this whole wheel well. I'm gonna get my firmer Boar's brush, and yeah, it's just coming right off. The also good thing about the all-purpose cleaner is it has a wonderful aroma. The one I have, it has a citrus smell. I believe it's the All Pro brand, or Car Pro. And this is a great way to clean things, especially around electrical components. Instead of coming in here with a pressure washer, which I did think about, I can just come in like this. It's just gonna use up all my microfibers, which is fine. After you've agitated, go ahead and get your microfiber towel and go over, and you're just gonna see all that dirt and grime. Oh my gosh, it's so dirty. This is why I'm using the Costco brand microfibers, because they're gonna be throwaway. Absolutely throwaway, but that looks so much better than it did. So yeah, you can see the results of that. Just looks phenomenal. So yeah, I'm gonna do the whole vehicle like that. Not too difficult, just, you know, it takes a little time, that's all. This is the result of some elbow grease and our all-purpose cleaner. As you can see, all the dust and grime is just off of these components. I have not done the floor yet, so you can still see there are some dirt spots and whatnot. So the floor is next, but the two side panels are all complete. So yeah, that I'd say that took me about 20 minutes to do both sides pretty thoroughly. Got all the metal, and yes, it is safe on metal, all-purpose cleaner. You can even use for engine bays and on painted surfaces, so that's fine there. I don't like my fingerprints I left, so we're gonna make sure that's nice and clean. I did see, you know, as you go around, you'll see you missed a spot, things like that. So depending on how tedious you want to be. And again, I could have also removed all the clips and really got behind there, but I didn't see the need to. I pretty much just got all the stuff I could see up front, as there's going to be a panel back over this, and I just wanted to prevent anything coming from the vents or this area coming back out. So yeah. All right, so we've got the back half nice and clean. I even went over it again with a second time vacuum, because you just loosen up so much debris. But what I wanted to show you is over here I did not do, and you can see the buildup of dirt and grime. And then when I come over to the side, I did not only are our little seat channels clean, but the floor is just, you know, it's the actual color it's supposed to be without any dirt or grime in there. So you can definitely see the difference with the APC. It's C10, the brush, and then cleaning it up with the microfiber, and then going over it again with the vacuum. So next on my list is going to be cleaning these out, so I can remove this, which then I probably have to do the same thing with the front ones, to remove the seats, to remove the carpet, clean it again, the flooring, and then prep it for my spray and bed liner. So forgive me for you guys being upside down, but I wanted to show you how I clean these. So first I let it soak a little bit with some APC, and I'm gonna do all three like that. It shouldn't be too bad of a buildup. Next up, I'm gonna get a pick, so that way I can get into the actual, it's more feeling around and carving out where the Phillips screwdriver head bit will be. I'm gonna do that for all three. Because again, the idea is we want to be able to take these screws out. After that, get my brush. Lots of spins. Oh yeah, now I can see the screw head. That's pretty much what I'm aiming for. And again, if one has more buildup than the other, then I will do this again. And the flooring is out. The crazy thing is, there is still water in the carpet. You can see that bubbling underneath. All right here. the carpet smelled terrible coming out. Yeah, get to start cleaning now, and then putting stuff back together. This dries. Just dirt. So the interior is clean on the Sequoia now, as well as the bed liner being sprayed. So let's take a closer look at that, if I don't fall over. So the back half, like I mentioned, is going to be pretty much set up like a truck. So I went ahead and sprayed it with the bed liner spray. I'm stopping just a little overlap. I'm getting black carpet as well that I'm going to trim to stop right here. Factory carpet stops up here. I'm gonna trim it there because, again, if any water, like from what I saw, I don't want it being caught in the carpet and building up here. I want it to drain, so I went ahead and unplugged all the drain holes for the painting process and all that stuff, and that is drying. While that is drying, we are over here cleaning panels. So I am working on the interior panels to throw back in, and then for now, the torn up seats are gonna go in there just so I could drive it until I get the new seats. But let's take a look at the center console area. This was coated in dust, absolutely horrendous. And it's kind of nice knowing that everything is dust free. So gonna clean, of course, the door panels and all that stuff last. Gonna get the center console, the seats in first, and then the rear panels as well cleaned up and installed and put back in. And then I will start working on the door panels, the dash, the cabin air filter, all that good stuff. Big day over. Seats are back in. I did not get a chance to put in the cabin air filter, although I may look into that right now after this video. No carpets, as you can see. And in the back, we've got our bed liner with all our trim now cleaned up and in. So it is good to go. We're just waiting for the new components from new seats, the new front carpet, and then rubber flooring for the rear. This is just added security again. It's a little moist right now, or still wet to the touch. So gonna let that dry overnight before putting anything inside, but it looks remarkable. The panels look clean now. We'll see how long that lasts with it being a work truck, but yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining along with the Sequoia build.